A South St. Louis bar is still in disrepair weeks after a police officer crashed into the building. Today, 5 on Your Side was there as a city leader apologized to the owner for threatening to condemn the building. Thanks for joining us. I'm Mike Bush.
And I'm Ann Allred. This morning, the city's building commissioner visited Bar PM in person. Our political editor, Mark Maxwell, was there when he arrived. Mark.
And Mike, you don't often find a high-ranking city official inside a bar at 10 a.m., but this morning, the St. Louis building commissioner had good reason to be there on that bar stool. A lot of trouble has come through the front door at Bar PM lately. First, a police SUV came crashing through, then a letter adding insult to injury.
When somebody crashes through your building and it's the police department, and then you get a letter from the city indicating, you've got 60 days to get your building repaired or potentially face a fine or a condemnation. Yeah. A little upsetting.
But something different came through the door Thursday morning.
Obviously, this business owner suffered something that was, indirectly caused by a city agency.
This time, it was an apology from Building Commissioner Frank Oswald, along with this hand-delivered letter.
It just basically explains that, we are not going to take any action against them, that if they need any assistance, they can call me personally, and I apologize for the confusion, that, I probably should have reached out sooner and let them be aware of that.
While the city and bar owners have a long way to go in court, this personal touch helped calm some frazzled nerves.
I will say that having the commissioner actually take the time out and come down and speak with me directly, I appreciate that versus just a form mail in the letter or letter in the mail.
The bar's next steps include finalizing insurance claims and processing permits for building repairs. The city says it will eventually pick up that tab.
I feel like having the commissioner down here helps. At least I've got somebody I can speak to, and if I feel like I'm threatened again, at least I have a number and feel like I have some support from the city.
The offer to help navigate the insurance claims and permitting process is one sigh of relief for the building owner, but one of the bar owners who rents that property there is scheduled to face a judge in a court hearing tomorrow morning on misdemeanor charges for allegedly shoving an officer in the chest.
Mark, thanks. New at 6, St. Louis Police Chief Robert Tracy is responding to the crash at Bar PM. It was one of several tough questions we asked him today during a one-on-one interview. 5 on Your Side's Christine Byers is here with the chief's reaction to some vocal criticism. Christine?
Mike, we covered a lot of ground in my interview today, including why the chief wasn't at the scene of the Bar PM crash to answer questions. Tracy has been the city's top cop for a little over a year now. He celebrates double-digit reductions in the city's violent crime rates, although those drops were expected after crime spiked during the pandemic. He also says he wants his officers to get the attention they deserve, so he isn't always the one in front of cameras. Now, this approach was recently tested after officers slammed into Bar PM and officers weren't given sobriety tests.
If this accident happened down the street and didn't happen at an LGBTQIA+ bar, which drew some attention because there was an arrest afterwards, no one will be calling for a toxicology test or a drug test or an alcohol test on our officers.
Now, again, that was just one part of my interview that lasted nearly 30 minutes. Tonight at 10, much more with the chief, including what he had to say about January's 50% jump in homicides.